popping off, son. Okay, so you were on way back here. The 10 days before NWC happened, I got a very suspicious email from Nintendo asking me did I want to come to this big event. I don't think they had revealed to me yet that it was going to be called the NWC, the Nintendo World Championship, but they invited me there. They invited me to it, and I had to keep it on the Super DL, which I enthusiastically said yes. I'm in. Whatever it is, I would love to be there. So for the next about 4 days, mind you, I couldn't talk about it until they had already revealed it. That was one of the conditions from the jump. Okay, so I couldn't. So subs knew in a sub newsletter I said that I got some background projects in the works, and they and I couldn't talk more about it than you were gonna know more in the coming week and a half or week or two, right? I said that like way back in the I don't know, end of May or whatever, and so I couldn't say anything until they announced it 10 days later. But 4 days after they invited me, I was in a conference call with a couple of the Nintendo PR people to get all the details about what this was gonna be and what we were gonna do and all the details and shit. So I had to keep my mouth shut for 10 days, and that was really, really aggravating. Actually, now we're on the conference call at this point. So in the conference call, we get briefed that because we knew nothing. So here's what I found out in the conference call. I found out the date they were gonna fly me to LA. I found out that I was one of 8 invited people, as you now know now, the 6 speed runners, 2 personalities. I was one of the 6 speed runners invited. And then there will be the other 8 were all qualified competitors from the Best Buy, Nationwide, Ultimate NES Remix. I got it on fast forward, by the way, that way it's going to go through all the important shit as I continue to do this and elaborate right now. I was, there was going to be 8 competitors who qualified from Best Buy, Nationwide, and they're going to meet all of them and whatnot. So it's going to be 16 people total in this tournament. Obviously, I asked what games we're going to play, what we're going to compete in, and they said that we're not going to tell you. You're not going to know because you need to be a Nintendo master and be ready for anything. So annoyingly vague, didn't give a hint. I think he cracked and told me Zelda 1 was going to be one of the games, but that's all I knew though. Like all I literally knew was Zelda 1 and probably to expect Splatoon and probably to suspect Mario Maker. But that was all my guesses that we did at the time. In the call though was 2 Nintendo PR people and me and another female. The female wanted her husband to come with her, and I was like, she sounds cute, dude. Fuck, who would bring her husband? And I found out much later on that was actually Cynthia who was in the conference call with me. So when they revealed it much later, I was like, oh shit, dude, Cynthia was in that call with me. That's crazy. That's awesome. I know, kind of anticlimactic here, and I'm gonna rewind here and go back on that one a little bit later. But yeah, that's me. So in the call though, he's like, all right, so you're all gonna come Saturday, do rehearsal, walk on stage, know where to walk, know what to not do, what to not say, blah blah blah. Sunday is go time. We're gonna do the whole conference or the whole we're gonna do the NWC thing. Everyone's gonna have a great time. We're gonna do some pre and post interviews for some documentary special, whatever, and then everyone flies out Monday back to their house. So I paused the breaks. I'm like, whoa. All right, so we're gonna be at the Nokia Theater, which is like walking distance, like 200 yards away from the LA Convention Center where E3 is gonna be held. E3 happens like the next day, and I'm like, yo, we're not going to E3? He's like, no, sorry, Nintendo's not covering any additional stay. So at this point, all right, this is the haymaker here. Okay, let me where is this is the haymaker? Because I was like, son, wait, I'm in a conference call right now with a guy I've never met before who doesn't know of me, and I can either be silent and be a little beta bitch, or I can make the call right now and keep it 100 and ask him about E3. So I did. I asked him. I'm like, I'm not one to ask for a solid when you don't even know me, nor if I deserve the solid. But if I pay for my hotel, can you get us an E3 pass? Can we get into E3? And he said, yeah. Well, I revealed it earlier, but he said, yeah. I was like, to my surprise, I was like, yeah, dude, I can get you a pass, no problem. If you pay for your hotel, dude, sure, not a problem. You can come to E3. And I was like, fuck yeah, son. So I was going to E3, son. All right, so next thing here is Friday packing to leave. As you know, I went for a hardcore grind Sunday through that Thursday to get a good run. because I concluded to myself that if I went to the NWC with a good Yoshi run, world record or even better, I would have that reputation, and that I feel that would be the better preparation to be be good at the game I'm doing, rather than dirty practice games I speculate are going to be at the NWC. Because again, we knew nothing. All we knew was Zelda 1 and implied Splatoon and my guess of Mario Maker being present there. That's all I had to work with. But we didn't know the structure, how they were going to eliminate people, whether it was even going to be double elimination, is it going to be standard tournament bracket. Nobody knew anything, son. So it was like, there's no reason to prepare. I mean, you could dirty practice Splatoon all day, but I have no fucking clue what it's going to be like, dude. No fucking idea. So, anyways, though, so that Thursday, I don't get a good run. I get frustrated. I tried all kinds of dumb shit to get a run going, and I kind of forced it rather than just enjoying the speed running like I normally would do or whatever. But that Friday when I was to pack, in fact, actually, let me open up. Let's start doing some pictures now, because now we hop into some pictures. Hang on one second here. Make sure I have this shit right. Gotta come over here now and get this story time here. Okay, this is gonna. Oh, sorry, I gotta get this right here. Hold on. Cool. All right. So let's continue here. Friday for packing to leave. Cash Nasty wants me to build a PC for him. So I told him like, yo, all right, I can build your PC. That he wants a new PC and whatnot. And I gotta build it Friday. So that Friday, my core tasks were to build his PC and pack. I ran into a little problem though, as you can kind of see it back here. Ran into a little problem here, which was that I ordered the wrong processor. I got him a Asus Rampage 5 motherboard that uses a 2011 socket V3. Apparently, I didn't know there were revisions to the 2011 socket. I was a little bit behind on that one. So that threw me for a curveball, and I ordered him a 4800 series i7 processor, and I didn't know that fucking two letters. I mean, who fucking knew unless you follow Intel's dick intimately. So I ordered the wrong CPU, and so I was like sitting here troubleshooting for hours, like, why the fuck is this not working? Why isn't it detecting the CPU? Fucking dumb. So I ultimately lost a shitload of time dealing with that. By the way, this is my DDR pad. You can see it right there. So I lost a shitload of time spending hours troubleshooting why this was wrong or whatever, and ultimately dude, what a casual. I know, son. I know that was a rookie mistake, and I'm admitting to it. So props for me even saying that. But yeah, I lost a shitload of time not realizing I made that mistake. So ultimately, relevant to what I'm talking about right now is that Friday packing to leave, I blew a lot of time on that, and I packed very hastily, didn't know what to pack, and then I bounced out and left. I got about, and also my schedule was pretty fucked up from the fact that I stayed up so late, so I got like about an hour of sleep. So I wasn't tired until about 4 a.m. Got an hour of sleep, woke up at 5. My plane left at 6:30, so I bounced out on an hour of sleep. Slept on both flights. Got to beautiful sunny LA. And promptly passed out for 4 hours, whatever. Cause we didn't have to like meet anyone until 5:30 in LA at the Nokia Theater or whatever. So now we continue. Actually, let me move my splits here. Move them over here. Okay. Meeting peeps on day 0. All right, so we continue that one. The first person I ran into, you have I forgot his name, dude. I forgot his name already, son. Mr. B word, I forgot his name, forgive me. He's a homie though, he's really fucking cool. He was one of the qualified finalists from San Francisco, I want to say. It was either Mid-Cal or NorCal, I forget which one. I know, I'm not talking about when I call SF Mid-Cal. Is that technically NorCal? I don't even know. Ran into him and Mexican Runner first. I was in a group text with Cosmo and all of them, and none of them replied, so I didn't know who to meet or whatever. So, you know, we met them, we hung out a little bit. We were walking towards the Nokia Theater. There's like this little plaza right here with like a it's like a little plaza here with a Smash Burger right here to the right. You know, Wolfgang Pug Bar and Grill, a bunch of restaurants right there. The ESPN bar right there. And there's him making this little funny face as we walk over. Oh, no, it's a panoramic here, actually. So there's a Staples Center, and then right here is the Nokia Theater that is now the Microsoft Theater. But this is where the NWC was held, just to give you an idea of scale and whatnot, right? Eventually, though, we all met up together, and this is where everyone got to meet each other for the first time. So, you know, me and Cosmo talked for a really long time. TMR's right there. As you now know, John Numbers, so I had no idea who he was. His girlfriend to the other person. He's a finalist right there. As you know, Kyrie, Cynthia with her husband's right there. His wife, girlfriend right here. He's the other one to call finalist right here. Finalist. This guy's really cool. He's from Alabama. He looks not like a gamer at all, but you know all these people here. You know, Mad Mage is right here. So you're slowly getting to meet everyone, having a little icebreaker while we're waiting on the Nintendo staff to arrive to brief us on what to do. I shit posted. Can I rotate it here? No. What is it? Control R. There we go. Control R. Okay. All right. So I shit posted a tweet. The day before, someone caught that they called Final Fantasy literally trash at E3, and it was kind of a funny tweet. And I thought it was cute that I actually saw one of the trash cans that literally, FF is literally trash. So there's that. That's like right next to where we were. Let's go back a little bit now. So let's continue here. So that was the pictures of meeting peeps on day 0. At this point, I do my day 1, my day 0 interviews. They pre-interview us on, like, you know, what makes you a gamer, what's your favorite Nintendo moment, you know, how long you've been playing games, you know, some generic ass shit. But I derailed all that shit into speedrunning, and I was like, yo son. You see these you know, I'm like, check out these forearms right here, son. That's straight poorly you can't see it that well here, but you know, I got these forearms. I got this I got whatever the fuck this is right here, the tendons from you know the can't show that. I can't fucking bad angle here, dude. I cannot show this well, dude. I'm bad at mirror here, like the. I don't know if everyone again, it's poorly lit right here, but like, you know, the thumb tendons or whatever, you know, like you know, I made sure I was wearing a tank top. I was like, yo, check out my gains and whatnot. I'm trying to show like a atypical gamer, you know, not fat or slobby or whatever, and you know, upbeat, energetic. I'm giving them what they want. They want you to be absolutely enthusiastic about Nintendo and being at the NWC and feeling like an absolute privileged person. So I gave what they want. I gave them the good PR. You know, that's one thing I'm pretty good at. I can rock an interview if you give me the atmosphere and the ingredients of what do you want from it. And there was a couple of things I went a little technical. I was like dick riding Yoshi's Island, and I was like, dude, I love that game because it's so fast and there's like no lag. And I used the word lag, and they like were like, you know, it's a little too much. Can you like avoid the word lag, whatever you're discussing, and how you're enthusiastic about Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo or whatever. So now that's my one thing I did wrong there, but this is all really, really boring. This is like the shit you don't really fucking care about. So long story short, that was the photos relevant to day 0. Actually, I already covered interviews on day 0 too, so I rocked it. The documentary crew that did all of our interviews, they were filming it for a 30-minute special. It's going to air on Disney XD in 6 to 8 months. I don't know. They interviewed everyone, so they have a lot of footage to edit down. I'm not sure what will survive that editing, but at some point in the future, you're going to see a bunch of us on some show on Disney XD edited to casual filler fluff. Be pretty cool. Alright, to continue here, day of mourning. Alright, so day of mourning, we had to, that Sunday, we had to be up, I had to be at the Nokia Theater at 9:30, ready to go inside, because we were not going to leave until, you know, probably 10 o'clock that night. So that day of mourning, I wake up, I'm pretty tired, I take a long-ass 40-minute shower to recover. One of the unfortunate things I'm sure you're aware of now is that they all gave us these Nintendo World Championship shirts. They're not as cool as the 1990 shirts. In fact, it's pretty bad actually. They also gave me a little Mario plush doll right here. But I have the shirt, and I was like, man, I was so counting on wearing a tank top and being like the most fit one on stage and looking fucking good and like standing out or whatever. You know, just like, you know, eyes on me. If I crash and burn in the first round, at least I looked good whenever I crashed and burned, right? That was like my game plan, at least. Because everyone was scared of being the first one to drop out. Like nobody wanted that. You didn't want to be you don't want to be the number one buster at the competition. So everyone was freaking out about what round one would be all together the entire night. Mind you, we still did not know what the fuck we were doing. Nobody knew anything until the day of, pretty much an hour before we went live on stage. Which I'm going to get into that a little bit here. But at this point right here, the morning of, still did not know what the fuck we were doing. So I had to wear this shirt that I was not really excited to wear. And I was posing for, as you know, I did this tweet right here. Actually, let's grab that real quick. I did this tweet. Where's that? I don't want to do that, dude. Fuck. Where is that? Did I really not get that picture? I'm bad, dude. Dude, I'm so fucking bad. I didn't even get that picture. Well, it doesn't even fucking matter. If you look on Twitter, there's a picture. There's a picture of me saying, you know, I'm so excited I get to wear this shirt at the NWC. Good PR. I'm excited. Flexing a little bit, not really too much though. And looking upbeat, right? I got like 120 favorites or whatever. But someone caught. Actually, you know what? I really want to fucking grab this here. Hold on a second. I really want to share that tweet because it's a really important tweet. Because it's actually really funny. And I'm gonna explain why in a second here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this tweet right here, I'm rocking this dope shirt during Nintendo World Championship today. I'm off to get breakfast. See y'all soon. You know, bunch of retweets, bunch of favorites, people seeing the shirt, blah 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 blah. Somebody caught on though. Rip tank top. The true purpose of the tweet was to indirectly tell everyone that I could not wear a tank top because I was assigned to wear the shirt. The whole point was wear a tank, no cheat meals for like pretty much I just stopped doing cheat meals like way up to the NWC because I wanted to look good, you know. I've never been, this was my most public gig so far, and I wanted to make sure Nintendo, not even you, I'm not even out there to get the game, not even to like get the thirst for being, you know, exposure. No, I wanted Nintendo to see that they have like a diverse, fit gamer that squashed all the stereotypes or whatever, you know. I wanted to stand out, and for them, I wanted to get good PR for Nintendo to hopefully lead to things because Nintendo's fucking awesome. And if Woolly World, if they acknowledge me for Woolly World's release, then maybe cool shit will happen. I don't know. You know, Cosmo had his event game when Wind Waker HD came out, and he had like crazy stream growth and was able to sustain himself further to do more of what he wanted to do in the first place. I would pursue the same thing if I finally get a game that's good that I'm into. You know, let that be Woolly World, whatever. Again, not even sell. It's just like you would do the same fucking thing too if, I don't know, if you're weeb ass, if Atlas or Sega acknowledge your existence come the release of Persona 5, you're telling me that if you went to a Persona anything, you would not sell out. I say sell out, but like cater to what PR they want or make yourself look as good as possible for the benefit of yourself to further have connections at Atlas? You're telling me you wouldn't do that? No, because you're full of shit and you fucking know it. Anyways, though, to continue though, right? That's we're already over the whole 2012 meta. We're on to the new shit right now. So that this picture took a picture of that shirt, blah blah blah, and actually I think I'm on a new split right now. Day of mourning, tweet pic, sea line full of enthusiastic attendees. All right, so now we're on that point now. Okay, so is it Command R? Yeah, all right. So me and Mexican Runner have breakfast together. There's a tweeted a picture of that. It was a pretty bad picture, but no big deal right there. We're walking towards the Nokia Theater from our hotel. I took some pictures here. At the time, though, mind you, E3 starts that Tuesday. There's already E3 signposts up, and it's like, you know, remember, this is my first time at E3, so it's like incredibly refreshing to see no, I'm really gonna go to E3, dude. Like, sure, NWC is happening, but nigga, I'm going to motherfucking E3, dude. I'm like so excited. Even if I bust out on round 1, I don't fucking care, dude, because I'm going to E3, son. So I was a little bit hyped there, and I took a picture of the thing. I zoomed in on it again, you know, Just Cause 3, E3. This was all over the whole, like, was it Magnolia? No, Figueroa Street in downtown LA. It's like on the whole block, dude. They were everywhere. So I'm walking past, mind you, this is like 8, maybe 9:15 a.m. We had to be at the back of the building for 9:30, right? So, and there's this long ass line of fans who were there from 9, whatever, or maybe even 8 o'clock until 3 p.m. or until like 2:30 when they let everyone in to come watch the NWC. These are all fans who lined up to get free tickets to attend this event. Cosplayers got in for free. All these eager fans got in for free. And we're walking past all these people, dude, and they see us. They recognize us. Some of them knew who I was. A couple of them did. A lot of them just saw that we were competitors. We were wearing those shirts, and they're just sitting there. They're just cheering us on, clapping, applauding, getting hype. A little bit surreal, dude. That was a money hype moment, son. I don't know how to put it other than that, dude. That was just you know, I'm walking down there, you know, just high-fiving people and shit. It was just really upbeat and crazy. It was awesome, dude. Imagery didn't fucking load. That fucking sucks. Took a picture here. That's a fucking the Nintendo SUV. Had no idea who was in there. I forgot. It wasn't anyone I recognized immediately though. Like, no Reggie, no Miyamoto. Just like a bunch of people in there. This is when we're near the back. Zoomed in on here. Near the back of the VIP, just to the Nokia Theater. As you can see here, though, I spot D1, who at this point I did not know was at this event. So I see D1 pull up, and I'm like, oh shit, someone I fucking know, dude. Oh shit. So I'm like, dude, D1, what are you doing here, son? He's like, son, I can't elaborate right now. I'm just fucking here. By the way, John Myers had no breakfast. So he just fucking ate like 3 of those like little dollar brand muffins. He had a breakfast made for, like, you know, just bad people. Like, just loaded in corn syrup and processed sugar and just shitty or whatever. So, there's D1 looking like a fucking BasedGod. I caught that, and I was like, son, what are you doing here? He wouldn't tell me. And I'm like, son, you know, we gotta get this selfie. I'm not gonna tweet it out. Because I know you wanna, obviously, you being here is a secret. He's like, oh, son, don't worry, dude. We'll do a selfie. So, we did a selfie together. And son, that's my boy. That's my fucking boy, son. I'm so hyped, dude. So let's so that was a surprise guest, D1. Iconic final tweet before no phone. All right, let's continue here. What are my next pictures at here? So that happens. Oh, okay. That's the last picture from NWC. At this point, they tell us once we walk in, cell phones off. If anyone gets caught with their phone, they are disqualified. You know, it's a big thing. You can't be fucking with your phone on stage because it makes you seem like you're disinterested in what's going on the stage. Everyone needs to be actively engaged, part of the crowd. You're hype. You have dramatic facial expressions when people get eliminated. You know, be invested in the stakes of this event, and nothing will hurt that more than checking your Twitter or your Facebook messages, like not even a text, not even a phone, not even a missed call. Checking your Facebook messages for totally not important shit. Just like, you know, not that anyone does that. I'm more passive aggressively referencing people who do that during theaters. Like the nigga next to me whenever I was watching Mad Max a couple weeks back here, but I'm already over that now though for the most part. So the iconic final tweet before no phone. Do I have that tweet open? I bet I fucking don't. I don't. Alright, so let's let me find that real quick, because it's actually a really funny tweet. Alright. So the iconic tweet I sent out, this is the last tweet I send before I turn my phone off, where I go on NWC. Final tweet before I'm shut off from the internet for like 99 hours. If I come dead last, it was because Smash 4 was Grand Finals of all. What's funny is, while I didn't get exactly correct, Smash 4 was the reason I dropped out. So that made this tweet You called it. Made that tweet that much more iconic that I called it out. Because, son, I don't play Smash 4, dude. I don't even fucking care about that game. So, that was incredibly unfortunate. Alright, so let's continue then. The Icebreaker, aka Blast Ball demo time. Alright, so at this point, again, I have no picture, so I can only tell you about it now. Alright, so when we all first get into the conference room that we're all gonna hang out in for like the next like 2 or 3 hours, on the schedule that they sent us on the DL, it was they dubbed this 1 hour the Icebreaker. But when he came in, it was like, alright, y'all, we got one of the games you're gonna be playing is this this new game right here. It's called Blast Ball. We want to make sure y'all don't, you guys need to play the game, that way you understand you're not going to be complete scrubs whenever you play it on stage. So everyone get in here, play 3v3, check out Blast Ball. It was not called Metroid Prime, whatever it wasn't called Metroid Prime Soccer in Space with Guns. It was just Blast Ball. We didn't know it was Metroid yet. So we're all playing this game, and played this game, and pretty much, I can kind of go over the controls, but I'll say that for more of the Blast Ball round of the competition whenever we get to that. We play basketball for like an hour. We get into the controls and whatnot. We mess around. People are understanding. One thing me and Cosmo caught on real quickly, though, is that when you're doing 3v3, you need to assign roles to everyone. Obviously, you want to have, you need to have a goalie to protect your goal. Because one thing people were doing when all 3 teammates would run out, again, I'm going to cover this further, another thing, but they all run out to get the ball, and there's no one guarding their goal. So if you get, like, 2 well-aimed charge shots on the ball itself, you were free to get that goalie, son. So, gotta have a goalie, gotta have an aggro, gotta have a mid. Like, you need to have your assignments to have a cohesive teamwork thing happening. Right? So we play Blast Ball. During this time, though, Egoraptor arrives fashionably late. And let me tell you, I already saw on Twitter there's a lot of people who were hating on Egoraptor. Like, man, he's like the villain of the beat. You're salty because Game Grumps happened, or he happened, or whatever thing you think happened. But let me squash some beef right the fuck now, okay? Understand that Egoraptor is actually a really cool guy. He got in there. Mind you, he was like because he had an extended interview, part of the whole Disney shit. Like his, because he's like a very well-known person, so they were eager to get more information and get him to really help put a positive spin on the entire event altogether. And he's actually a really cool person. You are a very assumptive, hating person. He talked to everyone, as if they were equal to him. There was no like, there was no like 5-foot dick swinging around, blah blah blah. I'm Egoraptor. Suck my fucking. No, I'm sitting here, I'm hitting the fucking thing right here. Suck my fucking dick. Blah, I have 10 million subscribers. None of that shit, dude. He actually was very kind and upbeat, son. He actually was. You wouldn't even know that he was like way more known and popular than everyone else there. Like, he actually kept it really, really cool. In fact, me and him had some really cool discussions about a lot. But that more happens on like the final day that I was at E3 or whatever. So I'm gonna get into that a lot later from now. But in short, Egoraptor, totally cool homie, son. Like, real talk. Let's continue though. So we have our icebreaker. We all meet each other. I get to, I'm starting to get familiar with everyone like on a first name basis. I understand that everyone, I found out that John Numbers is a competitive Smash 4 player, and that worries me because this man is used to playing, campy and dealing with the shitty physics of Smash 4. So that was a concern in my head, but not as much as about how bad I was at Zelda 1, which I'm gonna get into an upcoming split here. So. Met Egoraptor, swag. Lunch with Miyamoto. So, now I'm in your timeline here. We walk into the building at 9:30. We play Blast Ball. We have an icebreaker. We chill. It is now noon. We are to go live on the stage for stage prep at 2 p.m. And then the NWC starts at 3 p.m. That's our timeline, right? So, at noon, we all have lunch. Lunch is held in this pretty big, medium-sized ballroom that has about 5 tables, right? Each table can house about 8 people, right? When we get into the ballroom, at the first 2 tables, there is, all right, slow down here, breathe down, really loud, right? Miyamoto and 2 of his executives who worked on Star Fox Zero. they're all decked out in, you know, Star Fox emblem, you know, the air wing with the fox tail at the end or whatever. Decked out in Star Fox shirts with air wing pins on their coat jackets, and they're all eating dinner, or they're all eating their lunch. Very, very quiet, not even talking, honestly. Probably because you know, they're surrounded by non-Japanese speaking people. It's probably really rude to, or they probably consider it rude to speak a ton of Japanese because then no one can follow what they're saying or whatever. So I don't know, but anyways, Miyamoto and his two people right at a table. Very jealously, I was looking over and seeing that both D1 and Plot Twist, Hungry Box, who didn't know was going to be there at all, Hungry Box and D1 are at the same fucking table, eating across from them, just casually eating across from fucking Miyamoto, Shigeru Miyamoto, son. The table next to them is Reggie, the Reginator, with like 4 of his executive goons, all just, you know, just fucking just goon squad, just posted upright like this or whatever, right? Just like, you know, Reggie's fucking tall as shit, so it's just like, they're just, you know, I'm American, I'm not Japanese, I'm taller than all these other Japanese executives here, right? And so I'm walking in, and you gotta remember here, dude, it's 2015. The meta is you can't show thirst. You can't drop your spaghetti. You can't just spaghetti out of your armpits and fucking mouth and nostrils and ears. You can't just spaghetti everywhere because you got all these like AAA Nintendo executives all present that you never thought you were gonna meet. Like the only nigga missing from this whole fucking thing is like it's fucking Mashiro Sakurai, right? Like the only nigga missing at this point. Like goddamn, there's fucking Shigeru Miyamoto. Here is fucking Reggie. Like, I mean, sure, okay. Sakurai and Iwata are like the only 2 missing at this point for the whole executive Nintendo bucket list. For the, with like 2 seconds of thought or whatever, right? So, gotta keep my composure and not have the thirst. So it's like, oh no, yeah, I know they're here. You know, I'm just gonna walk past them right to the little buffet. You know, it's like one of those like hotel catering buffet things where it's like, you know, fancy lemon squeezed chicken breast with a fra-la-la dip on top or whatever, and you know, all the fancy hotel shit you didn't like, whatever. So you know, I get my fancy fra-la-la chicken and my spinach and whatever the fuck else they had, you know, whatever, and I clearly, of course, there were vacant seats at the Miyamoto table, but can't show thirst, so I very importantly did not go to that table. I was like, I have spoken 2 sentences to D1. I have not spoken to the H-Box today at all. Fucking Miyamoto and his 2 goons are right there. This situation is too risky to engage in without having the thirst. So I downplay that. I go to the vacant table to the right next to them, to the left of their table, and I chill there. There was a Nintendo employee. There was a Nintendo employee who, you know, upbeat, kind of chubby white guy who was eating there. I saw he had a Nintendo ID on or whatever, and I'm eating next to him, and he looked very, very approachable. So I'm like, yo, so tell me, son, what is it that, if I may ask, sir, while eating, you know, making eye conversation or not, what is it that you do? And he's like, oh, actually, this actually is gonna get pretty cool here. It's actually a really awesome conversation. I asked him, he's like, oh, dude, I work localization dialogue at Nintendo. So I'm like, oh, cool. I know what that means. So that means that you make the appropriate American savvy, American audience appropriate dialogue changes to any of the translated raw script from games like Animal Crossing and Paper Mario or whatever, right? He's like, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I do. So I knew right away what he was doing, and he appreciated that I understood what that meant. I understood you're not a translator, that's different. You are, you're a script editor that makes the appropriate savvy dialogue for an American audience to understand. And also, you know, and then get this, I flexed my power level a little bit there, because, you know, I've read a shitload of doujins. I understand when there are some untranslatable jokes. Whenever certain manga, or doujins in this case, make a pun or a number joke or a pronunciation joke that is just based off of Japanese words or syllables that are just completely not translatable and totally lost on an English-speaking audience, that is where you have to come in and improv on the on what you're gonna, on what are you gonna do with that, you know. So this is where he comes to play, and I'm sitting here metaphorically blowing this guy like, son, I know there are some times when there's like Japanese puns, and you have to like work with that joke and completely ditch it and think of an alternative to make that joke work in that scenario with English language. Son, you are a beast. You know, I'm sitting just fucking deep throating him so hardcore, dude. I'm hashtag winning this conversation right now. And so once I got him buttered up a little bit there, I was like, so not to be that guy, but you know, I just want to know, man, what's going on with the amiibo situation? So I asked him about that, and he says, man, dude, I don't even know where to begin right now, son. He was like, all right, the reality is, and this is not even explicit actually. This is something that they can't say because it implies incompetence on their end. But the reality is, every amiibo is hand painted. There's no now. I know everything in there. Well, what? All right. So what's how most cheaply, shittily made dolls are done is, imagine like a Barbie doll. It's all gray. It's made out of the plastic or whatever it's made out of, and then it is dipped in a coat of beige for the white Barbie skin tone, and then I don't know. There's like a sticker gets sealed onto the front of the face where the eyes and lips are formed. Blah blah blah. You know where this is going. The end. But no, the amiibos are all hand painted. So it makes assembly really tricky to keep going. I've seen the high amount of defects here. He's told me that pretty much when Nintendo saw they're getting fucked on inventory, they were it takes 5 months to even like get some kind of accelerated production going, and they just were really fucked from the jump. They did not expect it to get this big, this bad, and that it's been a giant fiasco. And then you got shit happen like the niggas who like robbed the truck that was going to like Amsterdam in Europe or whatever with all the amiibos. Those got taken care of. There was a ship that was delayed in Cuba or some shit that had like a bunch of amiibos on it too. That delayed getting into the hands of American retailers, which further hurt an already limited and stagnated supply of amiibos. It's just an ugly fucking mess, and there's really not much they can do other than like say fuck it and assemble them cheaper and stupider. But their current part that they have, it's hand painted. That's what he told me, and I was like, oh, damn, okay, that's crazy. And what else here too? So yeah, me and him got tight. I wish no thirst, no picture. No, have you heard of me? Didn't even bring up, again, this is why I'm such a fucking god, dude. Like, I didn't even bring up me. It's all about you. So, didn't get his name, shook his hand hardcore, was like, dude, you know what? It was great talking to you, son. Thank you so much for even talking to me. I appreciate that you Nintendo employee god even want to talk to me. He's like, oh, dude, no. I love your speed runs, dude. I watch Awesome Games Done Quick all the time. Or I watch it every time it comes on. And I was like, what? So that's fucking crazy, dude. So that happened. No thirst. Get fucked. Alright, so that happened. And then I go to get a second round for the plate. And I whiz by. At this point, I'm like, alright, I'm feeling good. I can at least go by that table. So I just go by. I look at D1. And I go over his shoulder and I'm like, son, on the real right now, son? Because he's sitting down, right? So I'm like, dude, D1, I'm so fucking jealous. You're sitting next to Miyamoto right now. Like, just so you know, I'm fucking jealous. And then I walked off to fuck with him a little bit. So I did that to him just so I had an excuse to fucking look at Miyamoto. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't regress the boner was raging. I just wanted to get a look at him because I only saw the backside of Miyamoto from where I was sitting. So I had to go walk by D1 to do something so I can like look at the fucking god himself. Sorry, I was like, there was like sand in my mouth. I was so dehydrated. I had to quench my thirst too. So I did that, and that happened, and then I got to meet oh look, I did this fucking backwards here too. Actually, later on, the Miyamoto and his executives leave along with Reggie, and then Justin Flynn, who you now know was one of the hosts, he was there. And I was like, and again, I know there's been a lot of people who said a lot of negative things, probably about Justin Flynn or Egoraptor or any other big personality, whatever. But again, I am the shrimp here, and I want to leave a good impression with everyone involved because I'm not an autistic spurg lord who holds grudges to people when clearly things are under control that they're stuck doing and obligated to do with their script and whatnot. For example, obviously with Justin Flynn, I could have brought up the fact that, you know, your hair's dumb, you're a faggot, and when you and Men vs. Game did that introduction to E3 in 2014, that shit was so fucking cringe I jumped off a bridge and died. You know, I could have brought that up, and I knew that was terrible. It was literally cringe-inducing, probably one of the most vividly awful things I ever saw as far as like script dialogue ever goes. But I understand in the world of PR that you're not really in a position to argue over that without giving a negative impression to those who are giving the opportunity in the first place. You know, it's whatever. And I'm sure if I delivered the same dialogue, if you know what I'm talking about, by the way, that happened like 2014, if I was still doing that thing, you obviously would know I would be like, yo, this script sucks dick. I fucking hate it. This sounds like nobody would say this shit. Do I really have to say this kind of thing? Like, you want me to say cap out loud? Like, really? Like, dude, I can improv better than this. But again, you're not in that position. You gotta win some trust to earn some trust here. So you gotta do what they want to do. And I understand the system. I get the game. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So I didn't bring any of that shit up because I'm not retarded. So I go over to Justin Flynn, who admittedly that's what I know him most from. I know he has the iconic hair. I know he has the iconic facial hair. I know he's into Pokemon, but I don't know anything beyond that. So I walk up to him, very respectful, and I'm like, yo, you may not know about me, but dude, I feel like I should know more about you. So tell, what is it that you do exactly? I know you're in a band. I know you got the hair. The hair's awesome, by the way. What is it that you do? And he was like, oh, actually, again, no ego, no 5-foot dick or anything, just like down to earth with like, again, guy who didn't know who the fuck I was, right? So I'm just like some Nintendo whatever the fuck guy, and he's like, oh no, dude, actually, yeah, I'm you know, he explains that, you know, he's into Pokemon relatively at a competitive level, but he's not like, you know, triple S tier, world competitive tier anymore, but he's pretty savvy. He can commentate any Pokemon finals match if he wanted to. But he got famous off of Pokemon hype altogether, and now he just does his own thing with his own band and whatnot. You know, so he was telling me that, and we were talking a little bit. Now I was what did I forgot? Actually, I forgot what I asked her, but I was making like, you know, small chat, and again, no thirst, not bringing myself up, not bringing up that I stream, not asking for no like collaboration plug or any of that garbage. Just having that real nigga shit, one-on-one, with trying to make some friends and communicate and understanding conversational 101. And these are all vital conversations to have to leave an impression on people. When you don't leave the fucking thirst, when you talk to them without having anything to gain, I feel it throws people off, and it leaves a genuine impression of I actually care about you as a human being. You know, it's a feel good uppity kind of thing. So I did that, met him. I wish I remember what we talked about, but it was nowhere near as juicy as the Nintendo staff guy, which I already told you about now. I already talked about why amiibos are bad in stock. What do you do? Dude, alright. And the final thing that happened in that cafeteria, dude. Alright. Prepare for this one, okay? Alright, so I met the BasedGod, the literal BasedGod. Are you thinking, dude, you're using that term very, very loosely here. No. This guy is literally the fucking BasedGod here. So I want to introduce you. I want to introduce you to Ethan Stockton. I don't know if I'm allowed to like really like show off his name I was talking about, but this guy works for Nintendo, where I somehow convinced him to let me localize stuff. Okay, so Ethan, let me get this picture for you real quick. All right. So Ethan, who very wonderfully sent me this. We never got a selfie because again my phone was not even on me at the time here. But Ethan looks like this guy right here. You may recognize him there. If we go down here, you can. He looks like this. You may have someone at Nintendo Treehouse. I think I do. Give me a fucking good picture, dude. I can't get a good picture of him. There's no picture of him over here somewhere. Again, him right here. You may have saw him on Nintendo Treehouse a shitload. This guy, Ethan, is the very reason speedrunners were chosen. Like when they were pitching, let's do the NWC 30th anniversary or whatever, or 20th anniversary, whatever the fuck it's gonna be, right? He was the one at Nintendo America was like, all right, if we gotta get someone from America, dude, let's get speedrunners. They would rock it at this competition. He was the one who's like, yo, I watch GDQs. I know of these speedrunners. I bet they would love to fucking come out. He was the reason all this shit popped off in my direction, Sinister One's direction, Colin's direction. That is the guy, Ethan, right there. So now I didn't know that from the jump though. So again, I'm doing my thing, no thirst, idle conversation. Ethan sits next to me and Translator-san, well, Japanese, I'm gonna call him San anyway. Translator-san at that same table we were at, and then Ethan just nonchalantly brings up, oh, dude, no, I know. And I'm like, oh, dude, I'm very nice to meet you, man. What do you do at Nintendo, man? I'm really excited to know about what you guys do over there. You guys fucking rock it. And he was like, oh, no, dude, I know you, man. You're dude, Trox, I know you, man. I watched the GDQs, and I was like, wait, Nintendo staff watch GDQs? You know of me? Like, I didn't even know. I assumed that like someone at Twitch was like, yo, get these niggas over here. But he was like, dude, I know, I know you, and I invited all of you here. Or I was the one who was like really pushing to have speedrunners at this event. I figured they would, which technically fair here. Like, speedrunners doesn't really directly apply to doing well at a blind competition. That's kind of why speedrunners you prepare and you grind and whatnot. And also, playing a 2D platformer doesn't translate well to playing a 3D competitive territory-based competition game like Splatoon or any of that. But we're gonna get to that a little bit later. We get to actual competition here. But the point is, Ethan said that he was the reason that we all got invited there, and I was like. So I just I shook his hand. I'm like, dude, I am so thankful for the opportunity to be here. You don't even know, dude. I'm going to, I don't even know what to say, man. That is insane that you watch. You should, if you ever, now, okay, this is where I got a little bit, I was so blown away, and I admit, I was a little thirsty, so I was like, and I'm trying to regress the thirst so fucking hard, but I was like, alright, dude, look. If you ever come to a GDQ, I will personally give you the red carpet. I will introduce you to every speedrunner there. Even if you would prefer me to not reveal you work at Nintendo, that's totally cool. I can do that. But I would love for you to come, because I promise you, the most hype moments, like any other thing, event, the hypest moments are all off stream, off camera. I would love for you to come and check it out. I think you would fucking love it, dude. And again, I will give you the red carpet if you want, and then you can do your own thing. So I told him that because I was so enthusiastic because he said he knew he watched GDQ. So I'm taking that context. I'm like, yo, you should fucking come, man. You should fucking come, dude. So I was so blown away by that. Highlight of my day, son. I can't even do that. Was crazy. All right, so at that point, all right, take a second, dude. I need to drink some water. All right, 30 seconds. Hang tight. Fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. Something like Chipotle. Okay. Keep going here, alright? So, at this point, lunch is over, and we officially have literally time to kill until 2 o'clock when we go on stage rehearsal, right? So, at this point, the Asian gentleman you saw in the first picture there, the Mr. B, where I forgot his name, I'm sorry about that. I was like, dude, I am terrible at Zelda. I need you to give me some advice, man. I'm freaking out, dude. I'm gonna crash and burn. If I have to play Zelda, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. So he lets me borrow his 3DS, where he has the VC copy of Zelda 1, and I grind Zelda 1 like a motherfucker, dude. I'm like, first dungeon, walk in, walk out, despawn the key, go back over here, go right, kill the top left, badnik or whatever, get the key, go back there, go up, go left. Go up again. You know, he showed me the route. I never played Zelda 1 before in my life, so I'm just like, I don't know the fucking route. I don't know shit. I don't know how fucking these JKS controls work. So I'm sitting there grinding Zelda 1 for like an hour trying to get good at this shit. I'm still bad because like every fucking I can never get to the dungeon with full health, so I can do like the little sword throwing shit. I always got fucking never had full health, so I'm fucking bad. I'm bad at juking. Controls are fucking janky as shit. You know, then when I make it to the final boss, I always get hit because I don't fucking understand how these wonky ass controls work. Shit ass game, dude. But eventually I get decent at it. I finally started beating it after like an hour of grinding, and I was fucking terrible, dude. So I'm hella dirty practicing Zelda 1, dude. Sinister 1's looking over me because he's already like, you know, comfortable with the game and whatnot. No one's as bad as me at Zelda 1. Like, I'm fucking terrible at Zelda 1. So, but that game sucks ass anyway, so who fucking cares, right? So I dirty practiced that for a long time, pretty much until it's 2 o'clock, and they invite us all on stage. So it's a little bit surreal though, because once we oh man, dude, once you walk into that thing and you're like, whoa, look at, it's a totally vacant audience, like, you know, just no one's in there yet. You see like the blue LEDs, the intimate lighting, the stage production. You're seeing the big Nintendo World Championship sign in the background, the big half circle podium with like the 4 TVs for Splatoon, obviously, and then the one big one in the center, which we didn't know what that was for yet. I should have guessed Smash, but I didn't know, honestly. We see all of that. We see everything. The gentleman who's the stage manager comes out and introduces all of us here. This is where it's a little bit surreal. Like, this is really gonna fucking happen. This is where a couple of the competitors who are not used to stage presence are getting a little nervous, and I'm just like, nigga, I'm hype. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want to die on first round. That's all I'm thinking about, dude. I'm fucking hyped, and I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. And they're showing us all the shit. And he's like, all right, dude. Here's the end of the stage here. Every single step when you step on here has a white tape, so they give you that way you can clearly see the white tape. That way you don't trip and fall on camera. I want you to do that. I want you to be safe. The end of the stage here is a double-sided white tape. That way you see where you're about to stand. I want you guys to never stand facing away from the stage. That way you see the stage and you're not gonna fall off, because again, we're all about safety here. The guy was very calm. It was like a plane pilot, you know, just like, you know, this is your captain speaking, and I want you to stay behind the white line. That way you don't fall over on the camera and look a jackass in front of everybody. Here at American Airlines, our number one concern is safety. So I want you to always follow my directions. That way you don't look the jackass. And thank you. So he's like really like calming and whatnot, and he's going over all the do's and don'ts on stage. You know, that's pretty cool. So that happens, and then he takes us backstage, and we have to we figure out our order. You know, I'm on the right side stage. There's a left side stage. So when they're calling out our names one by one, you know, I was the 4th one on the right side. They would call my name. You walk on stage. You stand in place, and then we are coached what to do and where to stand, where to sit from there on out as we continue to place or get eliminated. It instructs us that as we get eliminated, you are to step off the stage and do the hype. Running and high-fiving all of the audience as you run to the very back, and then you stay in the backstage until you get invited back on stage again at the very end, where everyone who participated gets the shitty, you know, I participated award, and the winner gets all the, you know, bitches and money and hoes and shit like that, and all the free coke can handle. So that happens. Curtain call. It's showtime. So as you know, so we do the thing. We at this point now is where I want to start. I want to start showing actually what's going on here now. So let's go back there a little bit. Okay, so it is now showtime, so we get into the assigned position where we're going to be introduced on stage one at a time. And Mexican runner, as you know, does this iconic let's see if I can where did I start showing this on stage and whatnot. One second here. I have no idea where Mexican is at. So So John numbers happen. Well, it's gonna happen eventually, but Mexican Runner did this pretty cool thing where he did it in the initial rehearsal. He was gonna, like, you know, walk in, do a cool little spin, and then put on his little sombrero, all swag-like and whatnot, right? So I saw that he was doing a thing, a gimmick or whatever, and I was like, man, I don't have a gimmick I can do like that, but I wish I was wearing a tank top so I can show off these games right now. So I was like, you know what? All right, I'm gonna flex with the dominant hand with the, you know, show off the gauge right now. So Cynthia goes in right now, and then I'm the one who they're gonna call the person on the right, and then I get revealed, and then we're gonna pause there. I'm gonna show off what my plan was. Right, Sinister One comes out, and then they called me out, right? So I flex. Can I blow this up here a little bit further here? I flex, right? I flex because I have nothing else really to do. I'm like, I guess I'll do this. I don't know. Like, TMR's gonna do some shit. I want to stick out too and look charismatic and goofy. You know, that way niggas know right away that I'm not some literal who. I'm gonna go down. You know, I'm thinking, all right. You gotta think your worst case scenario. Like, all right, if I get, we still do not know what the fuck's going on. We don't know what round 1 is. We don't know how many rounds there are. We don't know who's getting eliminated. We have no idea what the tournament structure is. Nobody knows anything. All everyone's worried about is, I don't want to be the round 1 buster. I don't want to go out in fucking round 1. I didn't come to LA, be no fuck boy, pussy bitch nigga who gets knocked out in the first round. But I don't know what the fuck's going on, son. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to do everything I can for a good PR, good Nintendo representation. So I'm going to be hype. So, pretty good at that, I would think. So, I fucking flex. And evidently the lighting was really good on stage because you can see my definition pretty good there. So that was a accidentally good thing. That came out way better than I thought it was going to, actually. Also, you may notice they put Orlando, Florida, that the chick fucked up my name. She asked me where I was from, and I was like, well, I'm from Florida, but I live in Louisiana. If you're trying to say where I currently stay is probably more relevant, then you should probably say I'm from Louisiana. But the chick at PR fucked up and put Orlando, Florida anyway, so that's why I say Orlando, not Louisiana, which I currently say Louisiana right now. Shout out to my internet, by the way. My internet's fucking godlike. If you bug me, I may even give you a live speed test just to show you like what the fuck I'm working with. If you beg me, but we're gonna continue though. So curtain call, showtime. I flex. I smile. I smile at DJ Wheat. I'm looking good. I do my thing. I do not put my hands in my pocket. That implies like some kind of insecurity shit. You know me. Hyper aware of body language, so I don't put my hands in my pocket. So anyways, at this point, I'm not gonna give you like hyper commentary. You get the point there. We're gonna move on to round 1 Splatoon. Okay, so we're gonna bump back here. We're gonna go to 1.5x speed. Okay, so all right, so check it out. So speed test or riot. Oh, okay. Since you asked so nicely, I guess I'll show you a speed test. Hang on 1 second. Let me pull up my credentials. Warning, this is gonna be really, really fast. So, like, no, what fucking team were you on? I'm about to get to that. Don't worry, I'm about to get to that. All right, but quick derailing here about how, because there's a lot of new people here, so I wanna flex a little bit for a second here. So, my now mind you, I know that speed test is not the most accurate. You can use speed of me to get a more accurate one, but this is the prettiest looking one, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So. Vroom vroom, bitches. Remember, this is while streaming 3.5K bitrate 60 FPS stream. Like, if I wasn't streaming right now, that would be 800 plus. So wait for the upload. Wait for the upload. Come on, higher. Alright, so whatever. Alright, so this is what I'm streaming though. Like, if I'm not streaming this, that would be like 900 plus. I have a gigabit per second internet, so get fucked every day. So, shout out to you live in the city I live in. Lafayette, Louisiana has like has fiber optic internet. It's pretty godlike. Alright, anyways though, that was a little tease for you right there. Okay, alright, so Splatoon. Alright, so let's get back to real talk right now. Okay, so Splatoon was the most random bullshit round in the entire thing. The reality is anybody could have got knocked out in this round because the rules were fucking terrible for competitive play. But when we were in the waiting room all together during that 2 hours of downtime when I was grinding Zelda 1, they asked all of us, what weapon do you want to use? You have to commit to your weapon now, before we even get to the thing, right? And I was like, I mean, the weapon I would pick would be based off what team I'm on. Like, and they were like, sorry, you got to commit to your weapon right now. So, first off, you had to commit to whether you're going to be a roller or a Splash Shot Junior or one of the other two alternatives of the stock weapons without even knowing what team you're on, which is total bullshit. So, some people pick Splash Shot Junior, some people pick roller. I picked Splash Shot because I didn't feel confident in being the MVP roller. I didn't spend an autistic amount of time on Splatoon at all. I only played 40 minutes of one of the demo exhibitions or whatever, right? So I picked Splash Shot Junior. I wanted to play assist on MVP, and I forgot the total amount of people, but whenever we got on stage, the stage director told us, all right, so I need tri-hex and blibbity blibbity blah. You're all gonna be on a team, and it was like randomly assigned teams. Oh wait, let me pause here. Okay, if anyone Nintendo's watching right now, do understand that I'm very thankful for the opportunity I got there, but the rules were total bullshit, and I hope no Nintendo's watching right now because I promise to put more positive PR spin, but this round was total AIDS because anyone could have lost here. Completely under control. The teams were random. Your items that you were assigned were committed to prior to the teams you were assigned on. I can understand random teams if like we were able to pick a weapon after being assigned the team, but no, you had to pick the weapon first, then you were assigned the random team, so it's like double blind. So what does that mean? That means some teams had no fucking rollers. Some teams were 4 Splash Shot Juniors. You know what that means against the fucking rolling team? That means you're fucked. There is no utility, no function, no synergy. You're sitting there and you're being anti-territory, but you have no territory you can claim quickly. That's just a shitty fucking team, dude. So that's why one of the other teams got destroyed, like, free as fuck 3-0 because they had no fucking roller, dude. Thankfully on our team, and I'll be real here, John Numbers and I feel bad here. I forgot the guy's name. The fat guy with glasses. It sounds like a lot of them, but those two clearly played a shitload of Splatoon. They were really fucking good. They were bopping everyone. Thankfully, I think it was me and Bananas or me and Cynthia. I actually forgot who was on my team actually. Thankfully, they were being so good at wrecking that me and her just not playing bad meant that we won for free, like easy. Like we won like 2-0, hella free, best 2 out of 3, like free as fuck. Now, unfortunately though, I see there on the people told me after the fact that the camera that people didn't know who was on what team at any given time, so you kind of had no idea who was playing bad and who was playing good. Our team was pretty good. Our opponent's team was decent. The next two teams were both inferior to us in every way, from what it seems. Because I'm pausing for a second here. Actually, the team that went after us, and then it was like my team, we bodied the other team, Frio. Then the next two teams of 4 played. The team that was on the team that was Mexican Runner, the one that got eliminated early on. Their team really fucking bad. I don't know if it was because they had no roller or if it was because they couldn't play well, but I remember when I was watching, now mind you, I played 40 minutes of Splatoon on one demo. I am not good at all, but I get common sense here. These cats, one of them had a roller, right? And already rolling, like moving around while rolling on their own territory, not squidding to the next location while refilling your ink to ink more shit. Just rolling in already marked territory, walking around trying to find somewhere else to paint more. Like it's like this is like Paint Simulator 2015, just like not knowing when to squid, just bad. Then I saw people who were squidding on dry land, like just fucking squidding right. I'm like, have you never played this before? Are you that fucking never played this before? Oh my god, it was a free demo. I was doing the Evo mind blowing me. It's like, so I'm like, dude, they were just getting destroyed. Like clearly learning the game. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention, everyone asked before we went live, yo, can we disable motion controls? No, you can't. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I hate gyro, man. Fuck, dude. So we had to play with shitty gyro controls, which made it even worse. And one of the people on that same team when they had the roller rolling around, one of them was always looking down when shooting, so clearly he wasn't aware that gyro was going on. So there was just one really bad team that didn't know what the fuck they were doing, so they got bodied. May have been TMR's team, but I feel like TMR's team wasn't that bad. I think it was just that they had like no rollers, so they couldn't win anyway. But yeah, they one of the teams got bopped, and all of them got sent to the losers round, where they do Zelda 1. Now, if you recall, okay, now I'm gonna pump it up to 2x now because we're gonna catch up to where we are there. So let's fast forward to Zelda. Alright, where you at? Zelda. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so the number one thing you probably saw during Zelda was like everyone was hitting the virtual console menu or whatever, right? The problem with that was I don't know if you're familiar with not here. Okay. So when we were playing Zelda, we were playing on the Wii U Virtual Console mode, and evidently when you play NES games on Virtual Console, they have the worst fucking controls ever. LR and ZR are what trigger the menu. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Like you're sitting there, you're resting, you accidentally press it, and then it fucking happens. Or you're nervous, you're excited, you're trying to fucking jab the little fucker to get the bomb drop, whatever you're trying to do, and you accidentally trigger the thing. Like the dumbest shit in the world. They didn't let anyone go into the menu to remap controls. If you triggered the thing, that counted against you. Just like really bad prep for a really shit control scheme that just. They didn't give you any options. Nobody plays with fucking. I feel like if there's a custom controls, you should be able to exercise your free will as a person, an advocate who plays this game often, to remap the controls prior to playing the game. They're not even gonna see the gameplay anyway. But the reason why everyone was hitting the menu during the Zelda 1 or any of the Virtual Console retro game redemption rounds is because the controls were fuck awful. Just in case you're wondering here. So that happened. Zelda 1 happened. Niggas died. Some people, Mexican Runner was doing pretty well, made it to the boss first, but he only had like half a heart, so he died at the boss, and then, I don't know, the guy who was like slow and steady won the round or whatever. It was the guy with the glasses or whatever. He had his little, little pop off and did his little cheer and whatnot, so he survived. Oh, by the way, this handsome gentleman right here, let's go back here. Yeah, alright. So again, the BasedGod is this fine gentleman right here. Ethan at Nintendo Treehouse. I want you all to fucking worship him because, again, this actually is a good picture of him here. He is the reason speedrunners were there. If you ever, I don't know, next time they're on the Treehouse, dude, in the Twitch chat, and you see all the sea of A's, I want you to think about the fact that even though no one gives a fuck about anything happening on the Treehouse, there is one guy out there looking out for you, son. Here is your guiding star, your guardian angel, the one guy who made this event not a total noob cringe fest. Even though I didn't win, but whatever. But you know what I'm talking about here. Like it brought an unexpected degree of unpredictableness to the event. So big shouts to Ethan, son. Big shouts again. That's a good picture of him though. So yeah, Zelda 1 happened, the guy won, the end, move on. Alright, so round 2, Blast Ball, aka I think it still didn't even reveal. They didn't reveal it was Metroid until the digital event during the Tuesday's conference, right? Let's see here. So with Blast Ball, when we get there, again, teams are randomly assigned, and it happens to be 3 good niggas. It was me, Cosmo Right, and Bananas. Sorry, I'm gonna. Me, Cosmo Right, and Bananas, right? And Bananas is not a dumbass. I mean that in the most flattering way possible. Like there's like people, being teamed with Egoraptor. Sure, that'd be like, okay, fuck, I got a dead weight here. Shit. No, our team had no dead weight. So it was like me, Cosmo, and Bananas. Right away, I'm like, yo, I don't want to fucking die out right here. We actually could win this because we have a good team here. So listen, we should have an organization. Like, I'm talking to them, like, I'm initiating, I'm like, yo, we need to fucking talk. We need someone to play goalie. I need someone to play aggro. Who's gonna play goalie and aggro? And I was like, Cosmo volunteered right away. Can we fast forward to? I hope they show us talking on screen. That's like, that'd be really, really good. Let's see here. So yeah, he's fucking happy. He pops off. They go away. That kind of sucks. Dude, I feel so bad for Team Mar, dude. That fucking sucked, man. They do a little, you know, hand wave and the goodbyes and whatnot, and just like, dude. Happy that wasn't me, but that fucking sucked, dude. So, yeah, fucking they gotta reveal the blast ball of the trailer and shit. Where the fuck? I want them to show us talking, dude. I want a world premiere. World premiere, dude. Sorry, I'm looking forward right now because this is the money shot. Alright. Wheat and Flynn are talking about whatever. Also, do know that we can't hear them at all. Like, on stage, all you hear is like mic echo, so I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. So I know they're talking, but I don't know what they're saying, dude. Alright, so he's telling us what we can and can't do. Don't touch the 3DSs until you are instructed and allowed to do so. My 3DS was hosting the lobby, so I made sure I could not press X until they were ready to start, or else I'd be disqualified. Blah blah blah. They're talking. Come on, son, get to the money shot, dude. They're waiting for the host. They don't even show us talking, dude. Are you serious? That's so fucking lame. Alright. It's alright, whatever. Okay, so they don't show them. Alright, so I'm talking to them and I'm like, alright, dude, someone's gotta play goalie, someone's gotta play aggro. Cosmo volunteers to play goalie, so I'm like, alright, look, me and you bands, we're gonna get the ball together. Just talk to me if you see any items, and if we're always in communication, we're doing better than them. They weren't talking at all, son. So I was like, so we'll get that going. So I caught on very quickly that you can do a charge shot at the ball and that actually moves it. Mind you, okay, understand a little bit of the rules here, okay? The blast ball, if it touches any person, it does like 50% damage to the person. So if you get touched by it twice, you're gonna fucking die, like straight up, right? So you want to be near it, but you don't want to get hit by it. And a charge shot actually makes the ball move somewhere, like a little pellet, pew 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 pew. You can do like kind of like Contra or whatever, but you can't do like Contra rapid burst. It doesn't let it fire that quickly or whatever. Those don't do shit. That doesn't. Everyone's doing the pellet pew 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 at the fucking thing. So everyone's hitting that. You got 3 niggas hitting the shit at once. It doesn't even fucking do anything. So charge shots are what do it, but well aimed charge shots. Now the controls there. L is like lock on to the ball, kind of like Kingdom Hearts, to lock on camera mode, to lock on to the enemies, and then R is gyro strafing. Am I saying it right? I don't play FPS, I don't fucking know. But you can like strafe around to where the ball is, so you can get like a really good angle on hitting the ball, kind of like a cue ball when you're playing pool or whatever. So it's all about getting the good angle to fuck niggas up when you're playing that game, right? So so you're 24/7 holding L, holding R, getting the right aim and whatnot, and I'm going for charge shots. Now what I noticed here though is that while Bananas and me are playing aggro, these niggas ain't got no goalie, so their shit's hella free. And 2, these niggas ain't looking at fucking items at all, and the items are hella broken. I caught on to that early on when we were playing the private demo. So if you get like the shield, you can just fucking go in and just like hit the fucking ball and don't give a fuck because you have like extra health or whatever. Or if you get like the lightning bolt, which is like a rapid pellet shoot, it's like a rapid fully charged ammo burst. So you're doing like, you know, 6 full charge shots at the ball per second. It's like so fucking broken. So you get the lightning bolt, it's free. These niggas got low health anyway, so if it hits them, good, they're fucking dead. If it doesn't hit them, good, it goes to the fucking goal. Either way, you win. So I'm looking at Bananas and she's not looking at the item, and these niggas ain't looking at the item either. So I get the item right away, goal, item again, goal, 3rd time, they're just playing bad. Goal, 3-0, body for free, get wrecked. Me, Cosmo, and Bananas wreck that shit. Free money, son. Fuck bitches, get money. So we were like hella safe from the jump because we had clean victory, which is different because Egoraptor's team lost or some shit like that, but he had like assist or some shit, so he got on to the next round based on some kind of point system or whatever. But because we were them niggas, son, we were in there. We were safe from the jump. So that happened. Then Super Metroid was the redemption round for the loot for the bottom teams, and as you know, Sinister 1 had experience with that. And again, he kept hitting the fucking menu because these controls are fuck awful. So that happened. But we continued. He eventually won that round. No, not really surprised, to be honest. All the other niggas actually, I think everyone else actually died trying to get to the point where he was with the escape route and whatnot. Really, really hyped though. All right, so Mario Kart 8, son. Let's go over there. Okay, so Mario Kart 8. At this point, I am worried. I'm like, dude, I fucking suck at Mario Kart 8. It's nothing like Mario Kart DS. This game sucks ass, dude. The drifting is fucking dumb and the items are broken. I hate this game, dude. So this one I'm like, alright, this is the round I'm gonna actually die in. Like, Smash 4, this game, I suck ass at both of them, dude. Fuck me. Well, we get there, and I have to play against Cosmo, Bananas, and Egoraptor. Miraculously, almost all of them have never played this game, apparently. Bananas was okay. The other two had never played it before, so they were playing really, really bad. So whenever we're all on stage, and when they're playing the trailer, and afterwards when they're setting up our controls and whatnot, you can see me talking to Cosmo and all of them, and I'm telling them like they're asking like how's the gameplay, and I'm like, oh my god, dude. All right, the drifting is nothing like Mario Kart 64. It's nothing like Mario Kart DS. The drifting is like really dumb, and you kind of gotta get a feel for it. I told them that the car you have to drift narrow, and with the bike you drift wide. But if you're unfamiliar with the bike, pick a car. But either way, you're gonna have to get used to it. I told them about my theory about staying in 4th place. Be 4th to 6th on the start of the last lap, because if you're in 1st to 3rd, you're gonna get no one's gonna help you, because all you gotta get is a position where you get blue shell fucked, or bullet bill fucked, or lightning bolt then blue shell fucked, or triple red shell fucked. Or you're gonna get fucked no matter what. So just don't be in 1st on the last lap, because you're just gonna be in for a world of hurt, which did happen to Jonathan Numbers, if you recall here. He was bopping niggas for free on Baby Park, but because it was in 1st on the last lap, lightning bolt, bullet bill, green shell, banana peel, boomerang, you got fucked. At this point, I tried to pull up the stats screen, but I forgot how to do it. And so I was like, whatever, I'm gonna pick a pink Yoshi and go ham. When I knew they were gonna do 2GC, it's kind of a good hunch, right? But I didn't know how good they all were at the time though. And again, at this point, I'm talking to Cosmo about you know how to drift in the game and whatnot. But I didn't know how good Jonathan Numbers was, right? Or is that what I was playing against? Whoever I was playing against or whatever. And I know how good they were. But when I saw he picked Rosalina on a cart, I was like, nigga, you picking a heavyweight on a car in 200cc? Oh my god, you're about to get destroyed. I knew he was either really good or really bad. So, and you know, whatever. I win. I get first, second. I'm not even good. Like the niggas I play with when I do play Mario Kart 8 they put in an autistic amount of time in that game. They play this shit game way too much. So that's why they're good at it. But I would rather play a good game like Mario Kart DS. So if you ever want to get body for free, you know where I'm at. Just, you know, if you ever see me at GDQ, bring your copy of Kart DS, because I'm bopping niggas for free, so long as I play games that have to require tech skill. Anyways, though, so yeah, we did this, and I was trying to, man, you haven't played Mario Kart DS since the DLC dropped, so I'm just not even like, I'm trying to play like cautious or whatever, and ultimately come lap 7, I get another clutch triple mushroom, and I get first. So, you know, I get first, they're gonna get second. I get the most points out of anyone in the entire round. Most because my pool was hella free, and I was playing against some pretty scrubby people. So that happened, so I advanced on. So I was, to my surprise, I actually was in there. So I'm like, alright, well, now I'm feeling good. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but, you know, I'm in there. Balloon fighter? Balloon pop? I don't know what the fuck it's called, dude. I forget what the game's even called. I don't even remember. But Cosmo miraculously, randomly played this game a shit ton, evidently, because he won that thing. I don't know much about it. I wasn't really paying attention. I was more concerned about what the next game is going to be for me. So next up is Smash 4. We're gonna slow down a little bit here because Smash 4 was where I get eliminated, and there's a lot that happened here. I want to go over, man. There was so much. There is so much that happened here, son. Oh my god, dude. Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Then the actual highlight of the event, though, fucking Reggie and HBox have the showdown. And you know, a whole year, and fucking you figure Reggie Willie spent 10 minutes on the fucking game to learn how to recover, how to press up B. Didn't even, the whole year goes by, doesn't even spend 10 minutes playing that fucking game, dude. Dude, fucking hell, man. You know, it's still hype though, still hype, still fucking money. Anyways, though, so that happens, and then, so at this point, we're all on stage. All right, so let's pause it for a second. Let's break this down. Okay, so we get there. We find out, again, we literally find out when we walk on stage, yo, you're playing 6-minute time battle, items on low, don't on the stage yet, sorry, 6-minute time battle, items on low, 4-way free-for-all, which I'm like, alright, okay, that's pretty shitty, but whatever. And then Cosmo, actually, everyone, me, Cosmo, and John Numbers, the fourth guy here is Mad Mage. We all ask, yo, can we do some custom controls real quickly? Do we get that with the time? And he was like, no, you don't have that time. And I'm like, fuck, dude. So when we found out that no custom controls allowed, everyone changes character. Like I want you to look here when we get on the character select screen. Actually, the game can do that if I recall correctly here. Everyone changes character. Like, all right. Yeah, so everyone's dancing around. We find out at this point that no custom controls. So everyone's fucking around. So John Numbers was gonna pick. I think he was gonna go Sheik or Lucario. I don't remember his original character. He mains not Shulk. So, but he picked Shulk because no custom control. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna jump and spam fair or play heavy or whatever because it's free for all. Me, as you already know me, I think Smash 4 blows ass, and I've played this game. This is so bad, dude. I've literally played. At that time, I'd played maybe an hour and a half of Smash 4 to date. Last time I played it was like the day it came out. As you already know, I've taken this game and I've fucking thrown it. I've done that a million times already. I've played it like barely none. So when I'm like, all right, it's a 4-way. I could go risky and play someone heavy and kind of camp and be gay or whatever, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, all right, I could go Kirby, but I haven't played Kirby, dude. I mean, it's gonna just be a PM Kirby. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I'm gonna pick Toon Link. I'm gonna play PM Toon Link, Project M Toon Link, because that's what I'm familiar with, and just hope I don't fuck. I don't even know. At this point, I'm like, alright, this is where it's gonna probably crash and burn because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, dude. John Numbers plays Smash 4. I don't play Smash 4. I don't play Trash 4. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, dude. So I pick Toon Link, and mind you, when I play, I map Y to grab, so I can do like the air dodge tether cancel. Am I calling that right? You can it like speeds up your tether grab, whatever you do in the air, whatever. I do that because it's way easier than using Z. But again, no custom control, so I have to deal with. So there was a bunch of times during the match where I did a jump when I wanted to do like a air dodge tether interrupt or whatever. So I picked Toon Link. I stick with Toon Link even though I don't have custom controls on. He goes from his original character to Shulk. You continue here. Cosmo originally wanted Zelda, but when he heard that, he was like, you know what, fuck it. He was like, he's going to he's gonna go Roy. Crowd goes immediately apeshit because that's the DLC that day. And recently at Combo Breaker in Chicago, Cosmo played Roy Melee and got out of pools using Roy. So literally, Cosmo's just playing fucking Melee Roy in Smash 4. I'm playing PM Toon Link in Smash 4. John's playing Shulk because he plays Smash 4. That's a secondary, evidently. Meanwhile, Mad Mage just picked Falco because I'm assuming because he. I don't want to sound cocky because obviously I lost, but from the little I played at Smash 4, Falco is trash. There's so much lag on that laser that you have no options. In fact, there are times when if you hit someone with a laser as Falco, your lag is so tremendous that you were in a better position not hitting that person, from what I've seen. But again, I don't watch Smash 4 because I don't care, because that game is boring to watch anyway, so I don't fucking know. So he picked Falco, right? So that whole shenanigans happen, and we go on Smashville. So what I'm thinking, and mind you now, I've played Time Battle, I haven't played Time Battle in so fucking long. I forgot I didn't even think about, I'm like, alright, I gotta kill niggas, right? I forgot that it's like you don't die X amount of times. It's gonna be a time battle. You gotta continue to keep your profit. You gotta play campy. You gotta live a long time. You can't let the nigga who killed you get more kills off you because it's gonna be like it's gonna distance your gains. I didn't get that until they were taking score at the very end of the first match. So I wasn't even playing with the right objective in mind. I was playing like it was a stock battle the entire first match. That was my fault. I fucked up there. Even with that though, I got a second on this this match here. So not really much I want to talk about here because like I played bad. I tried doing double jumps, neutral bomb drops for setup. But that's kind of useless though because, alright, while you can do minimal momentum bomb drops in the air like in PM or whatever, they don't mean anything because no one moves fast enough for that to even fucking matter. Like that's not even a fucking thing. What I should have been doing was just camping to the side, being a faggot, and just like getting the gimp KOs off everyone. That's what I should have done. That's what you gotta do for 4 ways. It's gonna be you can't look cool, you can't be a hero, you can't even whatever, you know. I just played really, really bad without. If I knew what I knew now, I would have played totally different. Obviously, I wouldn't have even been gone in for these kills. I would have just camped, been a faggot, and got a bunch of gimps on everyone. If I knew what I was doing, you know, I'm playing this game not knowing the priority on any of Toon Link's moves. I'm playing this game wanting to do punishes and follow-ups and not knowing how laggy my bear was. I don't know if my bear was even good or not. Not knowing how bad the boomerang was. I don't even know what boomerang's going to do against most of these characters. I know so little about what's going on here. You know, I just assumed that the fair was going to be total shit. Like, I just didn't know. I didn't know anything. So, I'm figuring it out as I play here. I know I'm making a ton of mistakes. I don't want to say really beyond that. But yeah, I guess I do decent. I get second place in this round here. The next round, unfortunately, though, on Dreamland, fucking, I guess John Numbers downloaded me and saw that I was a threat or something. Because he was, dude, he had a vendetta. He kept picking on me. He definitely picked on me a shit ton. And he killed me a lot, and I died a lot, and I had bad DI, I'm sure, and some other shit. So he, whenever I did get a final smash, I think I got 3 of them, I made it my agenda to kill him because I knew he had the most kills at that point. So I killed him, you know, and people can tell how, you know, it was me and him trying to like really like trying to rack things up here, but I just made too many mistakes, man. I didn't do good. I suicided once on Dreamland because I say just like fucking hella cramp. It's nothing like PM Dreamland. It's nothing like Melee Dreamland. It's like a quarter of the size. It's so fucking stupid. Which is not a good stage for Toon Link. By the way, we couldn't change characters between matches either, so we were all stuck with him at that point. So that's whatever though. I didn't do good. However though, here are the X factors at this point though. Now this is me keeping it totally 100, okay? Totally 100. If we go back here, I want you to look at how we were lined up whenever we move around here. Fucking hurry up here. Alright. This is how we were lined up when we played. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can let me see if I can make that bigger. Let's go over here. What's up here? Alright. Gonna add this. Okay, alright. So, alright. So notice our layout right here, right? I am standing to the far left with Jonathan Numbers next to Mad Mage, next to Cosmo. Me and Cosmo are the farthest apart. So me and Cosmo never get to talk in close quarters on that stage. Mind you, I don't even think we knew prior to starting that the bottom 2 get instantly... actually, correct, no. Did not know. I definitely would have, like, freaked out a little bit if I knew the bottom 2 get insta-eliminated. No redemption round. Did not know that. We found that out, like, as soon as we got eliminated, I want to say. So, I didn't know that. If I knew bottom 2 got eliminated right away, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it totally fucking real, son. I would have whispered to Cosmo, yo, son, me and you, team up, fuck these niggas up, son. Me and you in grand finals, all speedrunners, max hype, fuck bitches, get money. I would have... look, you can be mad and call me dirty. It didn't. First off, understand that you can't be mad at the crime because the crime never happened because it never... If the opportunity was there, I probably would have brought it up. Maybe, I don't fucking know. But because we couldn't do it, it didn't happen. But knowing what I know now, oh yeah, dude, it's fucking, you know, son, make it not look obvious, make it a little subtle here. We're not gonna blow a Final Smash on each other here. But son, me and you bop these niggas free, and then we'll be in the grand final, son. I promise. It's gonna be Mario Maker. It's gonna be hella fun, dude. I probably would have did that if me and him were sitting next to each other, but they assigned our slots, so I couldn't talk to him. Again, I didn't know it was double elimination. I figured if I died here, it was a redemption round, which I was going to for sure die in a redemption round because I didn't know dick about any retro games at this event or whatever. So I don't play anything like that or whatever. So that didn't happen, so I fucking blew it in the second round because John kept fucking picking on me, and I suck at Smash 4 because the game is bad. So unfortunately, that happened. You know, I dropped a sad tear, unfortunately, and I have that was the end of me. You know, I went out doing what I could. I mean, there was some hype though. I mean, I did get the most Final Smash in the second round. I actually, my first Final Smash, I didn't even know what Toon Link's Final Smash was. I don't know if it was the same as Brawl or whatever. Oh my god, that fucking suicide, that fucking sucked, dude. I didn't know what the Final Smash was, so when I blew it, it was me finding out what the fuck it was. So then I found, okay, then I remembered it was like, okay, this is it's a straight line, but it's at the hitbox like around Toon Link. So I remembered that, and then I hit Shook with it twice or whatever because I wanted to make sure I get him. I was trying to actually go for a double KO on that, but you know, I didn't get it or whatever. So, but enough about Smash 4 though. I mean, you already, this is all, at this point, it's all moot now. You already know. You can watch the, see, that's me finding out what the fuck it does. I don't even know what the fuck it does at that point. So, I don't know, son. Smash 4 sucks. What do you want me to say? Let's move on then. Let's let's continue. Smash 4 happened. Oh wait, if I knew what I know now, I already covered that one. So Mario Maker. What's funny with the whole thing though is like, if I knew that there was gonna be Mario Maker there, I knew obviously the whole Nintendo World Championship event was meant to. They're not gonna put all this money into flying us out and doing all this shit if there was not a game for them to promote. Sorry, one second. I'm hella thirsty. If there was no game to promote, so I knew that there was gonna be Mario Maker because why wouldn't there be Mario Maker? Like, you can clearly make some Kaizo Mario levels and watch all of us fail them for your entertainment and for your hype to get hype for the game whenever it comes out later this year or whatever. I suspected on a heavily educated guess that was gonna be present there, but I couldn't confirm that. But I figured if there was around there, if there was gonna be any Mario Maker, that was my shit. Platforming, I can do that shit pretty decently. It's better than I think everyone could do it there. Unfortunately, though, you'll never know because I didn't make it to that round, which super fucking sucks. I didn't know it was going to be the final round. I didn't know we were going to get double eliminated right away with no redemption round. So backwards tarded on the structure there, but, you know, whatever, son. It was my fault. I should have been a Smash Master like John and everyone else was. No salt. It's already, no. I remember, the original goal was not to be a first round buster, which I did. So I'm happy with what happened, but, you know, I can't say much more beyond that. So, Mario Maker, the one thing I do want to bring up is whenever Cosmo did the first level, alright, wait till he gets here. Okay, alright. Alright. The one thing I do want to say, though, about this is, okay, one thing I observed here, I know SMB won physics, and either, I want to say if you have full speed, you possibly could make it over this, maybe? Like, if you, or maybe not, actually, I'm not quite sure. I'm looking at it now, it's a little intimidating, but, you know, we only got a glance at it. I was thinking that potentially you can make it over that, that initial spike wheel if you're at full speed and you jump high, keep your full speed, jump back, go left, keep your full speed, jump back here again, and have max P when you jump off. You may be able to get it because the rings are gonna respawn facing like the other direction, or whatever. You may be able to make it over that, maybe. Probably not though. I'm probably calling that wrong. But at glance, originally I thought you could, but obviously I'm seeing here now that it's maybe one unit too high. I'd probably foolproof that. Anyways, though, that's what I thought I had originally, but I'm looking at it now. Obviously, you can't make it. So that was, again, I had a glance at it. So I would have, I'm telling you now, I would have tried that. But, you know, that's just, what I can think of on the fly right now. But yeah, other than that though, I mean, you know, everything else happened. Cosmo didn't know he can watch up a new S&B, so he got bodied in the final round because of that. So all good though, all good. Everything was hype, you know. Jonathan #1, that was fucking hot. They called us back out again. We do our final bow. One guy asked for an autograph while we were all on stage here, and actually, right after the autographs, if we rewind back here, there is a let's go back to the Twitter here. Actually, there was a let me see here. So first off, a couple things here actually. The trophy at Nintendo World Championships, this thing was fucking heavy. This thing either was heavily plated in gold or this thing was solid gold. This thing weighed at least 20 pounds. This thing was not casual. This was definitely legit. So Jonathan has something that's probably worth a fuck ton of money now. So he can keep it or sell it or whatever, but either way, he's championship. So he has it. Ask him what he did with it. I don't even fucking know. But he has it now. But it's wanted you to know that I felt it and it's really fucking heavy. And then we did this money shot right here at the very end. I don't think any of us knew it was gonna go on Twitter at the time. But yeah, everyone was like super excited. But I mean, you can tell the ones that were like kind of not really excited. But you know, I mean, I'm like, man, fuck yeah, money. You know, you can see the hype sector right here. And then everyone else was like, whatever. You know, I'm about that, but I don't give a fuck, nigga. I want to be in this bitch, son. So I was flexing, I was posing, I was looking good. D1 looking like straight money. HBox looking good too. Cinesmo looking good too. That picture happened, but after that picture though, we were at the edge of the stage, and then all the audience members come out, and son, dude, everyone wanted autographs, man. There were people who at first I was getting thrown 3DS, like, yo, oh my god, you trying to sell my 3DS? And I was flattered people even recognized me. I was like, oh shit, dude, people know who we are. That's fucking crazy, son. So I'm signing 3DSs, and then as soon as that happens, nigga comes running stage, hey, TRIHEX! Takes off his shirt, dude. Fuck, throws his shirt right at me. He's like, son, dude, sign my shirt! So I sign his shirt, and then someone else throws his shirt off, and they throw it at me too. Dude, sign my shirt too! So I'm signing 2 shirts, signed 2 3DSs. Then one guy has like a cracked screen 4th gen iPod Nano, and he's like, oh man, it's on my iPod. I'm like, dude, this thing's worth like $5. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm not Hollywood, so I was like, oh, yeah, dude, I'll sign your cracked 4th gen iPod Nano that's worth nothing. So I signed his iPod Nano. Signed a bunch of shit, and at that point, Egoraptor comes to the stage, and at that point the crowd goes crazy because they all know him. So he's just sitting there signing everything. Pretty much, we get locked into a sea of autographing shit for 20 minutes. It's a cool problem to have, though. It's awesome. Like I was really flattered to do. I had no problem doing that because I was like, man, I'm not used to this shit, so I don't know how it's like to be ungrateful about this kind of thing. I was like, yeah, I can be here all day. But then security comes, it's like, all right, y'all gotta get the fuck out, dude. Y'all gotta fucking go. So they kick everyone out. A lot of people walk away butthurt, butt mad, and get their shit signed. Pretty cool. At that point, we do our after party interviews. And after the thing, though, finally I get to talk to D1. Let's go back to the picture, actually. I get to finally talk to D1 and HBox. I'm like, yo, son, dude, Smash fam. I'm glad you got to fucking hear it now. It's so fucking hype, man. Are you guys going to E3? Both of them are staying for E3. I'm like, oh shit, son. We're gonna do E3 together, man. It's fucking hype, nigga. Yeah. So we have an after party. I think we go eat somewhere. It's all a blur. I don't even fucking remember anymore where we ate that night. But we do that. We talk. We catch up. You know, and it was fucking money, son. That was the Nintendo World Championships. I bet I take over. Wait, and then the split here is I bet I take over an hour to get here, and I did. All right, so there is the Nintendo World Championships, real talk, totally thorough. Going on YouTube at some point tomorrow. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not even done yet. I'm only halfway done, son. Next up, now let's recap. Okay, let's go over some facts real quick, right? So if we recap so far, I originally hyped up that story time was going to be epic, and that if we go to my desktop here, real quick. Sorry. If we go to my desktop here, there's a folder called Storytime, and that folder has 268. Well, it had 69 earlier, but 268 images ready to go. Now, as you already know, inside this folder is 2 folders. NWC folder only had like 35 images, so I have 200 and like what 229-ish pictures to show you here. I have a fuckload of pictures about E3. So I want you to put on your Oculus Rift, your Sony Morpheus, put on your VR goggles here. I'm about to take you there. I took so many pictures. I have for you a great sense of presence of what E3 is like. If you have wondered what E3 is like, if you have wondered what the layout's like, if you've wondered what the E3 experience is, what it smells like, what it feels like, what's being there, what is even there, what is there even to look at, what is anything? You don't know. All you know is the press conferences. All you know is the Nintendo Treehouse set. All you know is nothing. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go in. So hang tight while I open my other splits. Real Talk E3 2015. Son, see this right here? Not even all the splits, son. Where are you guys at? Are you guys ready for round 2? Are you? I don't even know. I don't even know if you niggas are ready for round 2. So